Hello everyone. We already discussed in this chapter eukaryotic cell, prokaryotic cell, difference between animal cell, plant cell, and the kinds of permeability. Now the next topic of this chapter is models of plasma membrane. Two models are there. First is a lamellar model, second is a fluid mosaic model. Lamellar model is given by Daniel and Debson in 1935. Robertson explained the structural organization in 1959. In lamellar model, three layers are there: one dark, one light, one dark. See, here is dark, light, dark, like this. In the central layer, lipid layer is there. In central, see, in light, lipid layer is there. It sandwiches between the two protein monolayers. Monolayer means single layer is present. Now the second one is the fluid mosaic layer model. Singer and Nicholson in 1972 has given this model. Cell membrane is made up of lipid bilayer. Bilayer means lipids, two layers, and two types of protein molecules. Two types of proteins. One is the intrinsic, means present inside. Second one is the extrinsic, present outside. Here is the lamellar model. See, here is the two lipid bilayer, upper and lower part. This is the extrinsic protein layer, and this one is the intrinsic protein layer. Now the functions of the plasma membrane. Now what are the major functions of the plasma membrane? First main function is it gives forms to the cell, means it gives shape to the cell, and protects from the injury. It protects from the injury to the cell. Selectively permeable. This layer is selectively permeable. Only selective substance can get inside the cell, and it keeps the cell content in place, means all the organelles, cell organelles, they will keep in place. It forms the organelles within cytoplasm. Within cytoplasm only they forms the organelles. Now the next topic is transport of the material across cell membrane. See, as we already discussed, plasma membrane is selectively permeable just to maintain homeostasis. Now what do you mean by homeostasis? Homeostasis means that is to maintain constant temperature of internal environment, like our human body is also possess this function. Also our human body keeps our internal temperature 37 degree Celsius, that is constant. And three types of transport system is there. One is the passive transport system, second one is the active, and third one is the bulk transport system. See students, in details, bulk transport system is not present in your syllabus, but we will discuss briefly. First is a passive transport system. Passive transport system is bidirectional. Bidirectional means in two direction it is present, like from inside to outside, also from outside to inside also. It is very slow process as compared to the active transport system, and it occurs down the concentration gradient and does not use any carrier protein. Only small molecules like water or gases can pass through the plasma membrane by the two methods, by diffusion and by osmosis. Diffusion and osmosis we will discuss later in details. Second is the active transport. Active transport is very rapid process. They use the energy in the form of ATP, because this is very rapid process. Due to the rapid process, they require energy to do the work. This is only one directional. One direction means only selective uptake of the material. It takes more from outside to inside only, and there is the accumulation of the material in the cell only. Bulk transport. Bulk, as the name suggests, bulk means large amount of the substances across plasma membrane by utilizing energy. How can they utilize the energy? By two processes. One is the endocytosis, second one is the exocytosis. Endocytosis means from the external medium to by the plasma membrane. Exo means from the internal medium to outside. For example, endocytosis and animals like amoeba, they engulf food and the other substances from external medium by the plasma membrane, and this is done by the two methods. One is the pinocytosis, second one is the phagocytosis. See, pinocytosis means cell drinking. Phagocytosis means cell eating. And our next topic is the diffusion and the osmosis. Diffusion, I already told you, we will discuss in details later. So first one is the diffusion. Diffusion has been done both in airs, liquid and solids. See, here is the movements of the molecules from the high concentration to the low concentration, and they occurs with the outer membrane through semi-permeable membrane only. Through semi-permeable, it depends on the kinetic energy only how they will perform that process. For example, exchange of the respiratory gases, like exchange of the carbon dioxide and oxygen in our lungs. And second example is loss of water. In case of the plants, loss of the water means transpiration process. And third one is the pollination of flowers. And now the osmosis. Osmosis occurs only in case of the liquids only, and only solvents can, not the solute in the solution, only solvents can pass from high concentration to the low concentration. It also has been done through the semi-permeable membrane, and by the two methods we already discussed about the endocytosis and exocytosis. Endo means entry from inside, osmosis from inside to outside, exit. For example, absorption of the water by root cells. Root cells, like plants absorb water from the roots. And second is certain plants movements. For example, mimosa plant, that is touch me not. And third example is opening and closing of stomata. Now next topic is a cell wall. See, cell wall is the additional layer present outside the plasma membrane. It's a non-living, it's a rigid and completely permeable membrane. And see, we already have discussed plasma membrane is selectively permeable membrane, but our cell wall is completely permeable membrane. And two main types of layers are there: primary cell wall and the secondary cell wall. See, first is the primary cell wall. Primary cell wall made up of the cellulose in case of the plants and bacteria, and in case of the fungi they are made up of chitin. These are the 1 mark question. And second one is the secondary cell wall. Secondary cell wall is the there is a deposition of the primary cell wall in it. So this is the secondary cell wall. They are made up of the lignin and suberin. These are the kind of the lipids. And main functions of the cell membrane. First, they maintain shape, they protect from mechanical injury, and they provide some mechanical support also, and they are truly permeable. Truly permeable means complete substances can pass through them. And next topic is the plasmolysis. Plasmolysis means the phenomena of the shrinkage of protoplast from the cell wall due to the osmosis in the plant cell when placed in hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution. And see, three types of solutions are there. One is the isotonic, second one is the hypertonic, third one is the hypotonic. Now what do you mean by these kind of solution? First one is the isotonic. Isotonic means same concentration solution. And hyper means, hyper as the name suggests, high concentration. Hypo means low concentration. So shrinkage of the protoplast from the cell wall due to the osmosis. Don't forget, students, to subscribe my channel for more videos, and kindly like and share my video, and we will discuss cell organelles in my next video. Thank you.